The next comic coming to the stage, started here in Madison, is currently killing it in Chicago. Please give a big round of applause to Gena Gephart.
Thank you, you guys. Keep it going for Nick. Huh? Okay. The bad news is that pasties and pasties are actually two very different things. But the good news is that now my nipples are covered in ground beef and carrots. Uh-oh, that was just for the older kids. That was kind of sexy. Okay, ladies, worst thing about single life has to be waiting for guys to text you back, right? Either that or barfing up all the hairs you swallow during sex like a cat. Ladies. Am I right, ladies? Am I right? Do you guys do that? Went to a costume party last Halloween, and I dressed in lingerie and satin rabbit ears. And then when people asked me if I was supposed to be a Playboy bunny, I said no. I'm famous feminist and political activist Gloria Steinem when she went undercover in 1963 at a New York Playboy club in order to write an article for Show magazine which exposed the sexual exploitation of the women working at that club. So who's the ignorant slut now? I got catcalled the other day. This is what happened. I was on the street, and this guy yelled at me. He was like, "Hey girl, quit playing with that pigeon carcass like it's a puppet." He was like, "You're ruining everyone's lunch." I was like, What? No, you stop it. But I mean, thank you so much. Bodily functions. So embarrassing, right? Like I work at a restaurant, I work on food, and the other day I had to sneeze, so I did the arm thing that you're supposed to do, but then my juicy sneeze on my bare arm made a fart noise. And then like the other day I shit myself on the bus. I think someone just said, "Welcome to America." Which, like, yes. Thank you. That really sums it up, doesn't it? Okay, cool. How come if you sleep with someone, it doesn't make them love you? Does anyone know? I'm very lonely. I'm gonna do an impression for you guys. Okay, ready? Here we go. That's me at a laundromat watching my period undies go round and around. I don't know the science behind it, but it's crotch first every time, just like, ah! I think it's the iron in the blood. But I don't know. I studied communications, so barely know anything. You guys, it's 2017. I'm sick and tired of men telling me what to do. Thank you so much. It's honestly, I'm a hero, so thank you. Really brave thing to say in this room, but I did it. I'm sick and tired of men telling me what to do. You know, because first it's like, oh, wear more makeup. Then it's like, but don't wear too much makeup. Then it's like, I don't love you anymore. Then it's like, you can't just show up in my work like this. Then it's like, how did you get in my car without setting off all the alarms? And then, you know, we've all heard, don't touch me, I'll scream, I'll scream. Like, I'm an independent lady. Hashtag Yas Queen. I did that in Minnesota, and they didn't know what it was. So then I had to explain it to them, and I think we can all agree I'm not the person that should have done that. So it's bleak over there. I wish I could tell you guys that when I encounter everyday sexism, like I nip it in the bud, but I don't. I choke every time. For instance, I was at a party and I was wearing a button-down shirt, and I had the top two buttons unbuttoned because sometimes I let these puppies breathe. Not very often. I do it every 7 years with the locust. Top two, undone. And this guy looked over and he was like, hey, you missed the top button. I know. And instead of being like, oh, well, speaking of shit that got missed, how about your mom's abortion? Oh my God. I didn't say it though. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I didn't say it. Instead of that, I buttoned up the button. Yeah. Okay, sometimes people like tighten up a little bit when I say the word abortion, but if you say it in a silly voice, it does not count. So, abortion. It's fun. Try it at home. Saying it, I mean. This other time, I was bartending and I was washing glasses behind the bar, and there's this old dude sitting there, and he was like, hey, washing all those dishes is gonna be good practice for when you're married. I know, not in Madison, he wouldn't have said that. That bitch would have been run out of town. But I wish I would have been like, hey, why don't you shut the fuck up? And then that'll be good practice for when you're dead. But instead I just went, and then I whispered the word no. Could have gone better. I am bad at hand jobs. Surprise! I know you guys are like, what? No, no way. Yeah. You're like, how bad? 3 out of 10. I know. I've asked around. I've collected data. 3 out of 10. I have 6 out of 10 moments, and those are the moments when his face doesn't look like I'm digging a bullet out of his stomach. But on average, 3 out of 10. However, it is not something that I'm trying to get better at. And my reasons are twofold. Number one, I will never be better at it than you are. Like, you guys have home court advantage, you know? You're sinking threes from half court. And meanwhile, like, I'm trapped in the supply closet, all tangled up in the volleyball net. Like, I'm still trying to learn how to dribble in a way that is not so dry. Number 2, why do you want that? Like, I feel like a hand job is like sweeping the carpet. Like, you can get the job done, but the vacuum cleaner's sitting right there. Some of you know how to use the vacuum cleaner. There's a hose attachment. It's crazy. I don't know why anyone would want a hand job over a blow job. My hand doesn't have teeth. And I think that's what we're all in it for. I'm a nibbler, you guys. This has been a sexy night. I treat it like a little corn cob. It's fun. You guys, you ever do that thing where you ask what band you're listening to is, and the name of the band sounds like something that person could have actually been saying? So you're like, what are we listening to? And they're like, The Who. And you're like, that's what I was asking. Or the other day, I was at this party, and we were listening to this band called What Are You Doing Here? No One Here Knows You. Please leave. You've had your fun, now put the dog down. Oh my God, she's got a box cutter. It's a crazy band name. I'm gonna leave you guys with this. There are a series of words in the English language that sound like they should mean something very different than they do. And at the top of that list is the word gulch. A gulch is like a valley with a river running through it. But for sure, gulch should be when a dick misses and just like smashes you in the taint. So to use it in a sentence. Sweet guy, but he gulched me so hard I blacked out. Thank you guys so much.
Everybody, she's a lot of fun at parties.